right there. Pro boxing fans here in Manchester for Fight Week for your fighter Joseph Parker fighting on the undercard of Eubank Smith. They're just having the press conference right now and it's getting a bit heated in there. But let's talk about your fighter, Joe. Had a tough last fight, good last fight. I think a lot of people had that as fight of the year. But just how has he recovered since that fight?
Physically, he's fine. I'm sure, even though he won't admit it, and I ask him, and we speak about it, he doesn't have any doubts. But I know from personal experience, your confidence does get dented when you come off a loss, hugely, and your self-esteem, because boxing is not a sport like any other. You're taking a physical beating from another man in front of a huge audience, and it's gone around the world. So it's hard, that's a hard thing to deal with and live with. But the only way to change that and get it back to where it was is get back in the ring and not to right the wrong, but remind people and yourself what you can do in the ring.
Whilst the big boys are sort of discussing the fights, we've got obviously your fight, Tyson Fury with Oleksandr Usyk at some point, hopefully in the first half of this year. Joe's in a good position because there's a lot of good fighters out there looking for fighters, looking at people like Deontay Wilder's looking for a fight. Andy Ruiz is going to, hopefully they fight, but if they don't, there's going to be looking for fights. Joe Parker steps in there, so he's still in a good place in this division, right?
He's still a huge name, and gets a nice knockout win against Massey. Not saying it's going to be easy, but if he does, it's a highlight reel goes around the world. People are all watching it, and they're reminded again of Joseph Parker. And there's Michael Hunter, Dillian White, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. And Parker's right in the mix with all those guys.
And in regards to sort of where he goes from now, he's aging a little bit. Since he was a world champion, he's fought a lot since then. How much more has Joe got in his belly? Is he still hungry?
He's only 31 years old, just turned 31 this month. And it shows me that he has the desire, because he's willing to come here and train, leave his family, leave his comfort zone. Miss Christmas, miss New Year's, missed his birthday, all while he was in training camp, so that speaks for itself. And I test him every day, push him every day, and he shows me that he wants it. So that's all I can do, yeah.
Andy, I do want to pick your brain on the fight, the main event, Chris Eubank Jr. with Salim Smith. Talk to me about that one. Everyone that I talk to is in an O-ring. In your eyes, who wins?
I'm humming and hawing as well. I slightly favour Eubanks now, but I could change tomorrow, because Smith is very good, very clever, very crafty, tough as they come as well, and a good puncher at 160. Not where he's 154 drained. He's a lot more energy when he comes to fighting at middleweight. He's had 2 fights at middle and he's looked really good. Went back down to light middle and didn't look that good. So and he's well up for it. There's a lot of pride involved as much as anything else, more so than any other fight. So Smith, either of them can win. I can see either of them winning. Yeah, it's hard to pick.
Do you want to talk about Tyson? How is he? I know I saw sort of videos of him in the gym. What's he up to? Is he just taking over right now?
Yeah, he went away for a little holiday, I think, and trained all the time. He trains every day. But he's eager. He's eager to get that fight with Usyk across the line. I'm not sure where it's at. I don't get involved in any of that. But he believes he's going to smash him up. It's been like a thorn in his side since Usyk beat Joshua the second time. He's wanted to get him and show that he's the best. And I think it's a tricky fight, but I think Tyson will beat him. Anyway, he wants to box him or fight him.
As boxing fans, we do want to see Tyson face all the best. But if Tyson picks up all the belts, in your eyes, has he done it? That's it. He can put his feet up.
He won't, though. I don't think he can. We talk about it all the time. The unrest. He needs to find something to do when he's not boxing, because he has to train every day and he wants to fight all the time. He has to find something to fill the void. Because when he retired, he genuinely retired. But he was miserable, so that's why he came back.
A question that I'm asking people in the industry is Anthony Joshua. Do you feel like he can become a world champion again? He's obviously changing over. It looks like he's flying out to America to train with Derek James. Do you feel like he can become champion again at some point?
I think it's a nice move to go to Derek James. Seems like a great coach. I think he can, yeah. Of course he can. And him and Tyson's a great fight. It's tough to be a world champion, isn't it? Especially when there's only, so many great fighters out there. People forget that Deontay Wilder, people think Usyk when Tyson won 2. I think it could be still Tyson and Wilder, still 1 and 2, But, no, Joshua, he's a great fighter, and of course he can be a world champion again.